are back with another week of Zanadu Comics recommendations. We've got everything from very large, beefy, redneck violence.
Oh, so large and beefy.
To dirty porn comics, to Justin Jordan writing Deathstroke. Lots of good stuff this week as we start gearing up for the holiday season here. Lots of good Christmas ideas and things. Morgan, if you want to...
Alright, you know, because we really can't start one of these videos off without a helping heaping of murder. Murder!
Back with more murder.
First issue of Avengers Arena.
Yes.
This is Dennis Hopeless and Kev Walker's new sort of Battle Royale tribute series set in the Marvel Universe. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, arcade, you know, the old 70s X-Men villain with the big goofy bow tie and the bright red hair.
And the awesome death traps.
The awesome death traps that never really seem to actually kill anybody. Well, it looks like he's stepped up his game a bit this time, and he's gone and kidnapped like 15 or 16 teenagers from throughout the Marvel Universe and thrown them onto his new murder world where they will, you know, murder each other. Like in that movie, Battle Royale. That looks suspiciously like this cover.
And like Hunger Games. Very suspiciously.
We don't talk about that.
I know.
Don't talk about it. But, despite all comparisons to Battle Royale, which honestly, if you're gonna rip something off, why not rip off Battle Royale?
It's true.
I'm very excited for this book because it's Kev Walker getting to really, like, cut loose with his murderous, monstrous tendencies, you know? The guy does a lot of super hardcore stuff over in, like, his European art, like, all the magic art that he does, and all the Warhammer 40k stuff, which is just crazy, and...
hopefully we'll see some of that.
I think this is gonna be a good outlet for him.
So, we will start this week... or I will start this week with more violence as well.
Great.
Violence perpetrated by families, by daughter and by father. Basically, this is Body Bags, which is by Jason Pearson, and this is a lot of where Mark Millar stole Hit Girl from, and the Nicolas Cage character, I forget his name.
Big Daddy, I believe.
Yeah, see, this is Panda and Clownface, and this is way more badass. This is way more, Jason Pearson's got a really nice kind of manga style with his hyper-violence, as it were, and basically, they go and take missions, you know, from various people that have lots of money that need other people dead, and yeah, there's eyeballs hanging out, and lots of bullets, and rooftop death scenes, and really great coloring, and this collects all of, this is volume 2, it collects all of the one-shots and kind of off stuff that's been really hard to find. There's only been so much Body Bags, and it's nice to have this, and we have volume 1 as well in stock, so that's all the Body Bags you can need in, you know, two helpings there, and it's cheap, it's like 13 bucks.
Yeah, and really, any chance to get to buy some Jason Pearson, why not?
Yeah, that's
we
not
only get
X-Men,
so much of it.
You know, yeah. I mean, his X-Men's pretty cool. He did that really
beefy He did the great Fin Fang Foom, and they gave him a great story arc to work on, it's just that he didn't end up finishing it, you know. As it always goes with those things.
It's true.
Alright, and another new series debuting this week, To Hell You Ride, from Dark Horse and Lance Henriksen, possibly the most evil man on film. What more do you need to know about this comic other than it was written by Lance Henriksen? Well, I mean, I could tell you that it's based on Native American folklore and takes place in modern times and deals with, you know, the same sort of crime themes that Scalp touches on, but more of a supernatural edge to it. But you're not going to care about that, because it's written by Lance Henriksen, and that is why you're going to be dropping your money on this.
It's true. It's true. From IDW this week, Sam Keith returns with another new series called The Hollows. And this looks really, really cool. This has got a, the idea is that it's set in near future Japan, where there are these kind of husks that are called hollows, which sure, they look kind of like zombies a little bit, but they devour souls. And so the way that people survive is they live in these giant-ass tree cities, which are very, very cool, and have kind of a, I don't know, Sam Keith's stuff always has a real, like, dark Alice in Wonderland kind of storybook vibe, and this is no different, and there's all sorts of cool winged men, and strange little pink Ren and Stimpy looking creatures.
Demented Pokemon type things.
Yeah, demented Pokemon stuff. But yeah, I mean, Sam Keith is a fantastic creator, he's been doing stuff forever, and it's always great to see him create her own, you know, fantasy weirdness, and, you know, adding Japan to it is pretty cool, so. This looks very, very fun.
And somewhat of a new beginning right here. Deathstroke number 15, which is the first post-Hawkman Wanted storyline issue of Deathstroke. And Justin Jordan, who's a writer we have both professed much love towards. Luther Strode, man, Luther Strode. I mean, can we just turn this into Luther Strode right now? By Luther Strode, please. But anyways, yeah, Deathstroke. Justin Jordan pretty much hit it big off of Luther Strode. Now he's writing 2 or 3 different DC titles, mostly under the Edge title group, I guess. He's doing Deathstroke, Team 7, and I'm just very excited that this is his first issue not going off of Rob Liefeld's scripts. I think this is a really good chance to see what he'll do when, given these big 2 characters to work with. And he's fighting an immortal Russian man, which is always fun. Sort of like a Russian Vandal Savage, if you will.
Cool. That's a cool cover.
It is. Scott Clark has been changing up his art style a lot.
Yeah, you should not really like him, and that works well. So we have, from Image Comics this week, Change #1. Basically, this is Alice Cott, who did Wild Children, I don't know, maybe about 4 or 5 months back, which was a really kind of cool, metafictional, trippy story in the likes of Grant Morrison and string theory and other various, big kind of ideas about the nature of how things work and about the comic book medium itself. And this is his mini-series that's about this destructive force, this unnamed destructive force, that continually comes after LA through time and swallows it whole. And just every once in a while they swallow the whole thing whole. And the only people that can save LA are a failed screenwriter, a rap star who is completely disconnected with reality and is trying to make a Lovecraft horror movie where he is the action star, and then there is a dying cosmonaut who is returning to Earth. And something draws these 3 people together, and somehow that, if they work together, they can save the world.
Yeah.
So, by our powers combined and Captain Planet and all that. But yeah, it sounds really cool.
It does. The art has a really almost Paul Popey vibe to it.
Almost
There's that one panel of the cutting the grapefruit that just straight up looks like a Paul Pope drawing to me.
Yeah, no, it's got really good colors by Sloan Long, and the art is by Morgan Jeske. So this is definitely something to check out if you want something weird and bizarre and trippy, and you're not getting enough of that. So.
And a continuation. Second issue of Matt Fraction's Fantastic Four. Technically, it's the 3rd issue in his ongoing storyline between Fantastic Four and FF, which he's doing with Mark Bagley and Mike Allred, respectively. Two veteran artists at Marvel who really have been doing a great job on these books. This is shaping up to be really, really good, science adventure stories like, Fantastic Four should be.
Yeah, totally.
And I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's solid.
Well, good.
Please stick with it, everyone. I'd like this to last.
Yeah, it's nice to see. I mean, I'm hoping they'll give him, a run like they did kind of like Jonathan Hickman. Where that'll be able to come
Not
out.
like Defenders, where it
got
cut after 12 issues.
But probably not. And this monster book that I barely like, you can barely see me behind. This is Fear Agent. This is Rick Remender's big breakout creator-owned project that got him the job doing however many Marvel comics these months. But the idea is that the Fear Agent is kind of a space exterminator to a point. He gets jobs and he goes around, and if you have giant intergalactic bugs that are messing with your stuff, well, he's got big guns that will shoot them. And he gets drunk a lot while he does it. He's from Texas, he's straight redneck, and he just boots around space shooting shit and getting drunk. It's really fun. It's like EC Comics type of science fiction adventure. The art is by Tony Moore, who created Walking Dead, and then afterwards it is Jerome Opeña, who we all know has done amazing stuff on X-Force, and this stuff is just as good. It's a little bit different though, it's not quite as polished. I guess it's a little rougher, but that works with the tone of the story. And this is the first of 2. There are 15 issues in here, plus a lot of extra stuff, and it's only $50. Marvel and DC would have charged like $75, $100 for this just because they could have.
75, 100 to 125.
Yeah,
there,
$50, and it's already totally out of print. We've only got 2. If you want it, this is it. this will make somebody's Christmas, you know, that much better and more dumb and more violent, which is what we're trying to do here, is make Christmas more dumb and violent. Yeah. And to finish up this week, yes,
got some smut here, don't we?
Yeah, which I can kind of show you. We have Brandon Graham, old Brandon Graham comics that are excellently fun porno comics. Brandon, before he was really big doing Prophet and Multiple Warheads and stuff, lived in New York and did a bunch of porn comics that were, you know, really based not just on, you know, getting you hard or whatever, but they have had fun stories, and they had fun characters, and any of that kind of sultriness that you've come to expect from his work is in the forefront in here. And Perverts of the Unknown has been out of print for forever. This one is really, really expensive, and the fact that this and the other one, which is called Pillow Fight, is still available now. Basically, you know, with Brandon becoming so popular, they've brought these back, but this is a really great chance to see just a different aspect of an artist that you may not normally see, and something that obviously he feels a lot about. If you ever looked at his blog or anything like that, he's a big fan of porn. And we just don't get enough good porn these days in America. You know, there's like the Manara archives which are getting put out, you know, but there's really not much. You know, so it's nice to have this fill the hole, as it was. And God damn it, right? All right, and yeah, so I guess that's about it. Thank you all for joining us, and have a good night.